Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to episode number 4, where once again we're going to have 2 races, and we're going to start off by looking at Romain Grosjean. He went down significantly. I mean, some of these even have 2 off of them. So yeah, that's going to be fun. He's no longer a 75. He's a 74, so he's going to regress. We're definitely going to have to replace him at the end of the season. All right, so we have a new car part being developed. We've got our rear wing. You can see all the stats. I'm going to take away a little bit of top speed. We're already pretty much dead last in top speed, but this is going to add a lot of high speed and medium speed cornering while not sacrificing our DRS so that we can keep up with the pack. And then it's also not sacrificing our dirty air tolerance since we already can't tolerate dirty air at all. Now we're going to start our first research project for the next season, which is going to be our chassis. We're going to try to upgrade our drag reduction, our DRS delta, and then also our cornering through it. All right, so we also have a driver development update. We already saw Grosjean. The only things not affected apparently were smoothness and accuracy, but now we have Pato, who has gotten better cornering, better reactions, and better accuracy. And one more thing before we get started with this race weekend, we are going to give a new part to Pato Award, and you're going to be able to see these are the stats that are now going on. And so let's see how this affects car performance. You can see that's, if I put it on Grosjean, it'll affect car performance greatly. And so now Pato is 17th, 17th, and 15th. All right, so we're going to set our race targets. Let's be a little aggressive on Award. We just put new parts on him. He's been doing okay. He's had some good runs. I mean, there's people have messed some stuff up for him, but there's been some good runs so far. And then Grosjean, we are going to do 21st because his car is still kind of stinky. His car is still pretty bad, so we're kind of hoping for somebody to crash or something like that. No pit stop errors like last episode. That would be great. All right, welcome to spring qualifying. It looks like the sprint day is actually might be a wet day, just according to the who's going out? That's a Ferrari. We're gonna follow Ferrari. We're gonna see what happens. But I think the sprint's actually going to be a wet sprint. Or it's going to have some rain involved in the qualifying afterwards. And it looks like we're going to hold up the Haas. Yes, getting out before the Haas. Who's that? Magnussen. And it looks like Award is just going to be held up by Verstappen. What is wrong with you? Or was that Sargent? Oh, if it was Sargent, I'm going to be so mad. Who held us up? All right, so Award's going to have a slow time. Here comes Grosjean. Where's Grosjean? There he is. He gets by those guys pretty easily, and now Grosjean, Award is 2 seconds. We went faster than Magnussen, though. Magnussen got held up as well, but we did okay. Leclerc is, Albon is significantly faster. Leclerc was faster. Zhou was slower. Let's see what's happening with Grosjean here. And Grosjean goes 3. So we're faster than a McLaren. We're faster than a Williams, and we're faster than an RB. All right, so we've sent out Award. Once again, a lot of people are going into the pits right now, so we're going to see if we can get out before everybody. It looks like we're going to get just past Russell somewhat easily, and now we're going to be on the SSN straight, which is going to really benefit us. Leclerc is in our way a little bit, but we're going to get around Leclerc, and Award is going to go just a little bit faster. He's going to go to 15th. Grosjean is already going faster in his second lap here. He is right there, finishing up the second sector, and then he is also going to be faster in the second sector, so he's got a real possibility of going just a little bit faster in this lap, and Award is going to jump all the way to 11th. All right, he's going to jump all the way to 11th. Fantastic. All right, so we have about 30 seconds left, and Award is at 15th, so Grosjean is at 12th, and so he should be fine. We knew Piastri was going to move up. It was very unlikely that Piastri was not going to move up, but the cars that I'm a little afraid of is probably Sargent and Tsunoda, just because Albon is here. There goes Tsunoda, and that knocks, as I'm saying it, it knocks Award out. So Award barely misses the cut with Tsunoda. All right, welcome to P2. We're going to get out early. We're going to be the first one out. Completing the first sector, I do think Danny Rick is going faster. As you can see, the purple is going away very quickly. And there's Danny Rick. He is 0.4 seconds faster than Grosjean, which is kind of to be expected. We're going to send out Grosjean very, very quickly. See if we can get around before most people are sending their guys out on their second lap here. So here comes Grosjean. Now everybody's coming out. This could be a big mistake for us. And hopefully we got by Gasly okay. We're going to go ahead and take Stroll and Norris. Thank you, Norris, for being a good sport there. And then we are also going to take Tsunoda, and we're going to come across the line. We're going to be slower. Here comes everybody else. And so let's see. Danny, Rick, these guys are fine. And it looks like we're going to start P13. Bottas, Gasly, and Albon can't go faster than Romain Grosjean. All right, so the final starting lineup is Max, Sainz, Leclerc, Norris, Perez, Piastri, Russell, Hamilton, and then the 2 Aston Martins. All right, so there are 2 different strategy calls going on here. It is supposed to start off at point 2, and then it's going to definitely rise above point 4 at about lap 5. So here it is. By lap 5, it's probably going to be in the 4s. It's going to stay wet tire weather for the last 14 laps. So one engineer is telling me, go wets. Start off wets, go wets. Another engineer is telling me, go inters. Start on inters and stay on inters and just be aggressive on the inters. Here's what I'm thinking. I think we go wets and roll the dice with both drivers. All right, 5 red lights, and they are out. And I forgot to push the fuel. I forgot to push the fuel and push ERS here. So that's what we're going to do. Let's see. So right now it's at 2. It will rise above 2, everybody. It will rise above 2. All right, it's split. We're doing the same thing as Ferrari. All right, that's... I shouldn't be excited about that. Oh, we're doing the same thing as Ferrari. We've already lost, guys. Y'all know Ferrari and their strategy calls this season. Montreal. All right, well, we might have lost, y'all. We might have lost. Ferrari have been awful about what tire to be on this year. And so if the game is any bit realistic, Sainz is not going to win. It's going to be Verstappen, and we're all going to be in the back, probably crashed out in one corner. All right, so we're focusing in on Award here. He's already going to possibly get taken by the Haas right there. And then Grosjean is dealing with a Williams and an Alpine. And we are going to go slower in the beginning. This is very much to be expected. And the hope is that we can hold up like this Alpine. Get over, get over, get over, get over, get over. I was hoping to cover him off because that is the racing line. And it's technically not blocking. And so the hope is that we can... This is survival in the very beginning.
How's the track?
This is very much a survival because once we have the advantage, we're going to now take a ton of places. So let's go ahead, let's lighten it up. See what happens. We're holding up some cars already. So we saw that. And we're going to possibly Award's going to drop all the way to the back, but once again, once it hits wet weather, we should be okay. Award's lost 2 positions. We know this is going to happen. We know it's going to happen. It's okay. We're just keeping an eye on Grosjean right now as he has Sargent, Hulkenberg, Madison, and Zhou all in a row, isn't it? Yeah, everybody's in a row, and it looks like Award is keeping up with that pack as well. And we're not too far off of Alcon either. In the next 3 minutes, we should start seeing the track start going up very, very significantly, and so we should start making up places in the next 3 to 4 laps. All right, so it's now lap 6. We knew this was going to happen. I did not realize how fast the wet tires were not going to survive, even with just a little bit of rain. So it's now time that the wet weather tires should be better than any other tire. So let's see if we can get after it. Let's see if we can start moving up the board. Sainz and Leclerc, we're actually in 9th and 10th, so Sainz is already starting to move up. Let's see if we can do the same. All right, so now we are on lap 8, and we have caught Zhou Guan Yu. Both Williams probably actually had the better strategy than everybody else, which was to go hard on your inters and then pit. And so you can already see that in just a few laps, Sainz has made up a bunch of positions, and we're going to keep this on light so that we can survive the rest of the race here. But we're going to start being able to pass some of these guys. Let's go right into their slipstream. And then I don't think that we'll have to deploy. I think we're going to go straight down the inside. There it is, braking a little bit later than Zhou. Zhou has to brake early because he's on the wrong tire. And now it's about Award getting past Zhou, and now Grosjean should be able to go and catch Magnussen. But while that is happening, Award gets passed by Albon, and now we're going to try to repass Albon here. And hopefully, oh, Albon almost got us, almost hit us. And now we're going to deploy straight out of this corner so that we can hopefully get the jump on Albon, keep him behind Zhou Guanyu. And there it is. Perfectly done. Absolutely wonderful. And now we are tracking down Magnussen with both drivers. So now we are 18th and 19th. So let's keep track. We started out, what, 17th and 13th. So let's see if we can get a better average finish. So let's see if we can catch back up to 13th. I think that's totally possible. As we have already caught Grosjean, as Grosjean has already caught Magnussen here. And remember, we're just on light pace as well. And so as we get closer to the end of the race, we can unleash if we need to get just a little bit more aggressive. Maybe that's what we do when we come up on a driver, is that we go to normal pacing and then we go back to light to catch drivers again. All right, so here comes Grosjean. Grosjean's going to get great acceleration out of that turn, and he's going to look to the inside. Now he's going to look down the outside, and it looks like Magnussen is going to try to cover us off again. And I think that Grosjean's going to be able to take the inside one more time here. So Grosjean is going to go down the inside. Magnussen's going to have to check early, and then we can brake just a little bit later. And there goes somebody. Somebody's off. We got a yellow flag. It looks like it's Ocon. Ocon goes off, which should then make an easy pass for Award. Nope. Award can't make it, but there we go. Grosjean has made the pass on a couple more people. All right, so let's go throw him back on light, and we're going to move to Award, who's going to go on to standard. And let's see if on this straight we can take at least one of these guys, the Alpine, or we can take the Haas.
No management required.
Look to the outside, Award. 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 Award, look to the outside!
Tire temps are good.
All right, so Award's not going to look to the outside, apparently. And so we're going to throw and deploy right here. We're going to empty the battery. So we're going to try to go around the outside of the Haas, and that worked out very, very well for us. And now we're going to also have a great run on Ocon. We're going to look to the outside, and now we're going to look to the inside, and we should be able to get Ocon right here. There goes Award right around. These wet weather tires are giving us a very, very significant advantage, which is fantastic. And now we're going to throw him back on light, and we're going to go back over to now Romain Grosjean. I still haven't decided if this was the right strategy, and the reason why is because the Williams cars are not far behind. I don't know why they're not passing people better than they are. Maybe it's because the drivers stink. Maybe it's because Albon and Sargent are crash masters this season. That's probably it, is that they are absolutely crash masters. And we're going to empty a little bit of ERS down this straight. So we're going to do that. Throw it on normal pacing. We're going to take this back off. We're going to go right by Hülkenberg. And then we're going to throw it on light so that we can catch back up with Hamilton. And now we are getting close. Award is getting close to Hülkenberg. So we're actually going to empty the battery at this point so we can catch back up and hopefully dive down in turn number 1 to grab, what would that be, 16th from Hülkenberg. And so we're going to throw it back on neutral. We're going to throw you back on standard. Grosjean is still catching up to the other pack, but Award is going to go right past Hülkenberg. So Award has officially moved up 1 spot in the race, and Grosjean is just 2 spots away. Let's see who else. Gasly, we should be able to get maybe Bottas as well. We will see by the end of the race, and let's see what happens. So we're going to deploy. And we're going to actually deploy with Award and see if we can actually make the double pass. All right, so there goes Grosjean. Award is now coming. Award has a good amount of top speed. He's going to now look to the inside, and we are going to be able to double pass Pierre Gasly. All right, I think this is the point where we need to keep it on standard so that we can try to catch Bottas. All right, so we may have made a mistake This is as probably far as we are going to get, because now it's turning back to a damp track, which means the interweather guys are going to now have the advantage. I thought it was going to stay above 4 the entire time. So we're actually going to be able to see if Gasly and Hulkenberg and Sargent can, I guess Gasly and Hulkenberg, because Sargent and Albon are on wet tires, can actually catch us and really see where that crossover point happens. Oh, but O'Ward's going to go for the move on Romain Grosjean here. I don't know if I want them to be fighting, but it doesn't look like it's going to be able to happen. Oh no, O'Ward's going to go around the outside of Grosjean, and O'Ward looks like he's going to take that place away from Grosjean. Where's Grosjean right now? He's still sticking with O'Ward through a really tight corner there, and it looks like O'Ward is going to complete the pass. All right, so the person that actually a surprising person passed Grosjean, and so here comes Logan Sargent. So Sargent gets right past us and then continues on. That's very interesting. I didn't think Sargent was going to catch us, but there you go. Gasly, the guy that is on inters, is still behind us. So O'Ward has been able to continue in the spot that he was in, and then Sargent is just a few seconds behind. I think he's pushing hard. I think that he has fresher tires, and he is now, our tires are now giving us fits. Sainz got all the way back up to second, but didn't have enough time in the wet weather to catch Verstappen. And now Grosjean is starting to fall like a rock as Hulkenberg and Gasly have now gotten by him. These tires are now at a significant disadvantage, and we still have 3 laps to go. So let's see what happened. Here comes Nico Hulkenberg. This is such a weird replay. All right, and apparently something happened. I think we had to brake a little bit earlier, and there goes Nico. I don't know what happened. All right, and Sargent is now trying to get past O'Ward, and Sargent gets past O'Ward. We have 2 laps left. We have 2 laps left, so we need to finish this one, and we have 2 more, and we're at 32. All right, so O'Ward continues to fall back. We are starting our final lap. We're at 19%. 19. And so we're just gonna. Oh, there goes O'Ward. No, he has a puncture. Oh well, dude, you're already passed. We're just gonna limp around the entire time. Oh no! Oh no! O'Ward! Grosjean has a puncture! It's all falling apart! It's all falling apart! Oh! Oh no! What about any of the other guys? Oh, there's more punctures! There's 4 of us with punctures! Stroll and Hamilton have punctures! Oh no! This is why you can't follow Ferrari! Oh, we knew we were toast once Ferrari was the one who had wet tires. We knew that this was going to happen. It was looking so good in the middle of the race, and now we know if we're on the same strategy as Ferrari, we are going to lose. We're not picking up any Ferrari engineers. Who is the strategist? Look at him. He's so distraught. It's my bad. It was the wrong strategy. We now know, though. We now know. Yeah, so Max Verstappen, Sainz gets past a lot at the very end. Luckily, it's not for many points. But there we are, right at the bottom. Look, we are joined with Lewis Hamilton and Lance Stroll. Lewis Hamilton's good company. Stroll's not. But there you go. All right, so after an epically awful race, we're going to go ahead, send out a award. We're going to start out in super wet weather. Let's see what happens with the weather today. So we're just going to put them actually on a lap. We're going to change to inters and then wait to the end. And then we're going to have a faster lap. But this is going to actually build confidence. So that is the reason why to send them out early, build some confidence so that they're faster on the next lap. So here's what we've done. We've already run 1 lap, which gave them a little bit more confidence. So that you can see that their confidence is now medium. And then we put on inters and had them go right at the tail end of the train. So now everybody has run their first laps, and now they're on their in laps, and now we are on our flyers. And so the hope is that with this strategy, nobody comes out in front of us. Well, nobody was able to come out in front of us, I should say. And so it looks like Grosjean's going to throw an excellent lap. It is going to be ended up in 7th, and then O'Ward is going to be in 6th. And we've got 1 more lap that we need to do. I feel like we should start nicknaming some of these people. Like, we shouldn't refer to Stroll as Stroll. We should refer to him as Daddy's Boy or something like that. Since Daddy gets him all his jobs and continues to keep him in F1. when clearly he is not nearly as good as his teammate. So Ward is going to throw a faster first sector, and so is Grosjean. Ward's going to be faster in his second sector as well. Maybe we can get the tire strategy a lot better this time. And Ward's going to go across the line, and he's going to be in 7th. And Norris and Piastri have finished. Grosjean's going to go 9th. Norris and Piastri. Piastri's out in Q number 3. In Q1, I mean. Norris is out in Q1. Hamilton's out in Q1. Oh! The strategy calls from Mercedes and McLaren were awful. So, going to throw out a Ward again. I don't know what the if it's going to dry out or not. But once again, we're just throwing them out early so that we can get them a little bit of confidence. It looks like it's going to dry out and it's going to be a softs to the finish. And so we'll wait for that. But I want them to get out there, get a little confidence, throw in a lap time, and then we'll go out one more time on softs. All right, so I think we've mistimed it just by a little bit, but I don't think it's going to get a ton drier than what it is right now. And so Ward and Grosjean are going to go faster. It's just a matter of how fast we go. And I think that we're going to be P4 and P3, P2, P8. Albon is already done. I'm pretty sure that means Sargent is already done as well. And I just want to pause right here. Okay, I need to show you guys. So we got both into Q number 3. We got both in Q3. I mean, I was not expecting that after the absolute debacle of the sprint race. Let's be honest. Oh, and Joe has a penalty. Cool. There's a Ferrari out. A Red Bull is out. Stroll is out. And a Mercedes. We are starting in the top 10, everybody. Logan Sargent is starting in the top 10, everybody. And so Max Verstappen just barely made it. And so this is exciting. Look, we're going to get past a lot in this next race, but it's going to give us a pretty big advantage and maybe help us be able to have our best finish yet. All right, we're going to throw a Ward out. Same strategy as before. Throw a Ward out and Grosjean, and then let's check the detail of the map. Actually, right now is going to be the fastest. So I'm glad that we got everybody. I'm glad that we did this early because everybody and their mothers are coming out. It's not just the drivers; their moms are out on the track too. All right, so this is hopefully because we are first. We are going to have the absolute least amount of weather. And then the rest of it, we might go one more time just to see if we can get a little bit faster. But this is the driest the track is going to be. And so Ward's going to have a 38.7. Grosjean is a 0.13 behind. Let's see where we end up. Best starting position we have ever had. Made it into Q3 with both drivers. Okay, just for perspective, the only other two, RB and Williams are the only other two that had both drivers into Q3 on this one. Miami is insane. We are not making the same mistake as the sprint because it's dry today. So clear skies, beautiful day in Miami. All right, so I think here's going to be the strategy today. Ward's going to start off on the mediums. We're going to go aggressive on the mediums, then go to softs, then go to mediums. Grosjean, we're going to go softs, mediums, and then we're going to go aggressive on the mediums at the end to try to make up just a little bit more time and passing people. All right, here we go. We have Ward Grosjean starting 5th and 6th. There we are. Helicopter cam this bad boy. Look at that. We'll just race like this the entire time. No. Just race side by side the entire time so that nobody can pass us. If we can get like the Williams involved, we could just go 3 wide the entire time. You know what I'm saying? That's impossible around some of these turns. But looks like Grosjean's going to get a great jump out of the gate. I forgot to do something. I am so sorry. Already backing up the field, but with the wrong person. There we go. So what we're also going to be trying to do here is we're going to try to run away from the back of the pack. If we get points here, I'd be surprised because you do have Leclerc, who's pretty close. Perez and Stroll are all faster than us. Now, these guys back here are going to have a little bit harder of a time, but Norris can probably do it. Piastri will get close. Hamilton will get close. Alonso might get close as well. And so the goal is, in the very beginning, is to absolutely just try to run away and hope that they get mucked up with all the traffic. And we'll see if that strategy works out for us or not. We're going to have to kill Grosjean's pace right after the first lap here. But that is the goal. The goal is to try to hold up the entire field. If we can flip-flop Award and Grosjean in a good way and then have, you know, even, or maybe Award's the one who holds everybody up. I don't really care. As long as somebody has a shot at, you know, making maybe a top 12, top 15, something like that. And it looks like Grosjean is already starting to push Danny Rick here.
Okay, DRS enabled.
So let's go ahead and check that out. DRS is enabled. We're going to have to go on standard with him. And then Award, we're going to just go aggressive because we have an aggressive tire strategy right now. And so let's see if we can take Danny Rick with Romain Grosjean. And I really, really need Award to catch them or just to dump Albon out of his DRS range. So that, you know, Award, can you hear me? Award, can you hear me? Dump Albon out of DRS range. Pick up the pace. Pick up the pace. All right, we're going to go attacking. Pick up the pace.
Sonoda seems to be struggling.
Sonoda is struggling. Perfect. Mechanical errors for Sonoda. Grosjean is going to grab DRS as Danny Rick does not have DRS on Sonoda here. And so we're going to pull straight up to his rear wing, and Albon's going to do the same thing. He's going to dive underneath Award. And Award, we're going to have keep your head up, Award, because you need to be within his DRS on this next straight so that you can possibly take him back or at least be pulled along by him, and you don't get taken by Hulkenberg. That would be muy bad, as Albon is going to start driving away from us again. Award's not going to get DRS, but Grosjean is going to get DRS for us. And Grosjean is going to pull right up to the rear wing once again of Danny Rick. And that is beautifully done by Romain Grosjean. He's going to actually grab DRS one more time here. And there's DRS one more time. He's going to look to the inside of Danny Rick. I think we're just a little bit too far back, and we were. So we're going to throw this back on neutral, and we're just going to follow Danny Rick around a little bit. And Award, we are going to throw you back on aggressive, and it's going to be what it is. I hope that we can catch Albon. I don't know what, I think Albon must be on, yeah, he's on softs, and it looks like he's going to try to burn through those softs pretty quickly. All right, so Grosjean's going to grab DRS once again from Danny Rick. I do believe the RBs are going to be a little bit faster. Credit card racing is going to be faster than us. And it looks like Award's in a battle with Hulkenberg, and he lost the battle with Hulkenberg, and now Russell is right up next to him as well. And so here is the pass from Hulkenberg as we were talking about Grosjean and looking at his possible pass on Danny Rick, and that's just DRS. Hulkenberg, you're just a DRS merchant. That's exactly what we want to be, though. To be totally honest, we want to be DRS merchants. But there we go. It looks like Russell is right there next to Award. I was hoping Award would have a little bit better of a start, but Grosjean is having a really good start to this race as he's going to possibly get some DRS off of Danny Rick one more time. And then Award's finally going to be able to open up his rear wing. Grosjean did not get DRS off Danny Rick, so we're going to throw a little bit of battery, and it looks like we're going to throw a little bit of battery on Award as well to make the pass on Hulkenberg, and then maybe get right back inside of Albon's DRS. He is not able to do that, but I don't think the straight is long enough for Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg throws it down the inside, and Hulkenberg is going to make the pass on Award. That's exactly what I was hoping would not happen. And as we were talking, it looks like we took Danny Rick. Here comes Romain Grosjean in turn number one, and he does the same thing that Hulkenberg does and makes the easy pass on Danny Rick. And so Grosjean is now sitting pretty, and now we're going to try to track down Sonoda the best that we can. We're going to keep his ERS on. We're going to take off his fuel because we don't want to run out of fuel. And let's see if we can go after Sonoda here. Or should we just, you know what, we're just going to throw it back on neutral. and we're going to get pulled along by these guys. All right, so we've recaught Albon, but we have a significant... Albon is doing a great job holding everybody up, and we knew that Grosjean was going to lose that spot back to Danny Rick, but we are going to then repass him on this straight. We're going to throw our battery on, so we're going to just try to take him here. Here we go. We're going to try to take him right there on the straight, and then we'll pop it back off, and we will see how that works there for us. And then we're Perez is already... Oh, no. Award is having a hard time. Award has the better car. Award has the better car, and we easily complete the pass over Grosjean. And hopefully Grosjean... Oh, Grosjean's fighting back, though. Grosjean's fighting back, and he's not able to fight back hard enough. Something just happened where a couple of people just flip-flop places, and it looks like Perez is going to get by us. Maybe we can skirt off the coattails of Perez and get some DRS off of that, and then Grosjean is going to lose the position back to Danny Rick. And it looks like Award is dropping a little bit faster than we want. And Grosjean is able to, hopefully Grosjean is able to keep up with Danny Ricciardo here. So let's throw the fuel back on. I want to keep up with Danny Ricciardo just a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. Let's see if we can keep up with Danny Ricciardo just a little bit longer. Come on, go! I don't know if it's going to happen. Don't know if it's going to happen. Nope, and Danny Ricciardo is going to get DRS off of Tsunoda. And so, all right, so now we are going to catch DRS off of Perez with Award, and we're just going to try to stay in front of Lando Norris the best that we can. All right, so Perez continues to pick through the field, and hopefully Perez can lose us. Hopefully Perez can lose us so that when he catches Grosjean, he is not dragging the entire field back up to us. But look at this long, I mean, this is an entire train all the way to Bottas. So we're training from 6th all the way down, and I think that he lost Hulkenberg. I don't think Hulkenberg is going to get DRS here. Let's see if it opens up. And he does not have DRS. So, oh no, Hulkenberg does have DRS. That's not good. That's not good. Perez, get out in front of him. Get out in front of him. And it looks like Award is now battling with the McLaren, and we're going to throw on our battery, but I think the McLaren did the same thing as we're going to look to the outside of Lando Norris. Lando Norris is going to try to squeeze us just a little bit, and then we're going to catch DRS. So is Lando, and Lando's going to start pulling away. The McLaren has better DRS than us, and there goes Lando. And Perez has now caught up with us and drug them a little bit closer to us, but I expect that he's going to be able to easily make the pass on us. And there goes Sergio Perez on Grosjean. Just don't hit us, Perez. It's all I ask. I don't mind if you pass us. Look, you've got the way better car. You are probably going to end up battling for a podium spot. I understand that. I know where we're at in the field, Perez. Don't hit us. All right. Thank goodness. All right, and Hulkenberg has gotten us on the home straight here and getting us into turn number 1. That's a little disappointing, but we know Grosjean, he is the worst driver on the field. We have a really bad car, and so let's see how long we can hold on to the top spots. And there goes Norris. Norris gets right past us. It's not even a DRS. Oh, he has DRS. And Grosjean does not. Award has DRS on Albon. Albon does not have DRS. And so everything's starting to shake up a little bit here. And it looks like things are going back to normal. All the cars that should be dropping back are dropping back. Us and the Williams are starting to plummet. Sargent started in the top 10 and is now at 17th. I didn't even realize that. But everything's is starting to normalize out in this race. It looks like Award is going to get passed by Stroll. We might get passed by Albon here, if Albon has enough. But Stroll is definitely going to be able to pass Award. And Albon's going to be able to pass Grosjean. We're not going to fight it this time. We're just going to kind of let it happen a little bit here. I say that, and I think that we just got DRS on. We just got DRS off of Albon. Barely got DRS off of Albon. And there we go. We're able to make the pass. Now that Norris is in clean air, he just got the fastest lap. Trying to catch up to Perez. And now we have fallen officially. Award is officially out of the top 10. We knew this was going to happen at some point. All right, so we have finally caught Hulkenberg, and we just passed Hulkenberg with Grosjean. So Grosjean is 6th. Paris came into the pits, and people are starting to do their pit cycling here, and I think Hulkenberg is going to take us right back, but that is going to put us right into the range of Hulkenberg. We're going to be in the range of Hulkenberg to be able to get pulled along by his DRS. All right, so we held on as long as we can. We ended up about 13th after that first run. Grosjean is pitting this next lap, so we're going to throw him on attack just to try to make as much time as possible. But no mistakes this time. Okay, let's not have a repeat of Shanghai. No mistakes. No mistakes. Let him out. Let him out. There we go. 2.7. Not bad. Not bad. All right, so we've gotten undercut by Albon just a little bit here. I don't think, and Sargent goes by us, but these guys, I don't know if, oh, Magnussen is right next to us, and we're going to pull out in front of Magnussen as we have better tires than Magnussen. And so a lot of these guys have undercut us just a little bit. We might have pit just too late, but I did want to extend those runs just a little bit. It's going to probably happen to Grosjean as well, and let's see if Award can go after. There's a yellow flag. Yellow flag. What just happened? Award, are you good? We got a car off. Who's off?
Yellow flag where you are.
Who's off? Joe spun it. And Joe!
So I lost the car.
Yes, you did. Grosjean goes right through the safety car. Don't worry about it, guys. Don't worry about that glitch. But we are going to get... Oh, my goodness. We got got undercut by our teammate. Just one lap later, we got undercut by our teammate who was like a second and a half behind us. Sargent and Albon have held up all of these guys so much that we're catching the back of them. So we are definitely going to throw on deploy for Grosjean and deploy for Award to try to get DRS off of these guys, which is going to help us separate from like Bottas and all of them. It looks like we are going to succeed here. Grosjean doesn't have it, but Award does have it. And Award's going to go right by Grosjean. And that's going to be it there. And we're going to throw it on neutral. And so we have now caught Albon. Leclerc is going to go up the field straight to Sargent here. But we're going to catch some DRS now off of Albon. And what's Albon's tires at? He's at 71. We're at 76 and 80. We are fighting each other right now. And then Sargent also has 65, so that we have the better tires currently. All right, so Award is now getting past Albon. There's Albon. And then now we are trying to catch back up with Leclerc and Logan Sargent, which I think we'll be able to do with Award. And Albon's going to shoot through on Award. And he's going to get right past Award as Leclerc has now gotten by Sargent. All right, and so here comes Grosjean on Albon as Award has gotten rid of Albon out of his DRS. And now Grosjean is looking to take Alexander Albon, whose tires are now really getting away from him. And Grosjean is going to be able to do it. So Grosjean has taken Albon, and Award is now tracking down Logan Sargent. Let's hopefully not have... Albon come back and take Grosjean. I think he's going to try to go around the outside. There he goes. He tries to take the outside of Grosjean, and Grosjean's just going to let him have it. All right, and so this time down that back straight, we are going to try to retake Albon, and this time keep it that way, as we're going to take him just a little bit earlier than we did last time. And once again, having better tires, hopefully we can corner just a little bit better than him.
That's good.
And we can get out of range of Albon as we go along. So Albon is a little bit farther away this time. I don't think he's going to have enough to catch back up to Romain Grosjean. And hopefully that's the last that we see of Albon until the next pit cycle. So Sargent has now dove into the pits. And so now our task is to try to catch Hulkenberg. And it looks like, I mean, Sargent's going to undercut us because he was in front. And now he's going to jump out. He's about 1.5 seconds when he hopped into the pits. So he's going to jump out a little bit farther in front of us once we go onto our final stint. But he should be putting on hards or mediums at this point. See what he put on. He put on mediums. So he's going to go mediums to the end, which I feel like is a little much for mediums. Yeah, my mediums only last... I think Sargent's going to have an issue. He's going to have to pit one more time. All right, and so Award is now dove into the pits, and Grosjean has been able to keep Albon at bay. Albon's got to be on his last legs on his softs. So he is. Award is now going to come hop on in. And let's see where we are with Sargent by the end here. Sargent started out 1.5 seconds faster. Started out 1.5 seconds in front of us. And now it's time to see kind of how that worked out for him. We're gonna go on attacking. We're gonna use our fuel. We're gonna use our ERS to try to catch up just a little bit. Meanwhile, Grosjean still has a few laps left before he hits his next pit stop. All right, so Albon just finished his probably last pit stop of the day, and you can see the massive undercut that we just achieved with the Award, with just pitting probably 3-ish laps before him. And so that's a significant amount, and we're actually catching Sargent as well. And Sargent has now caught right up to Grosjean, but I don't know how well his tires are doing. They're at 55. They're at 55. Yeah, he's probably going to end up passing us, and maybe we can get a toe off him as we're on the last leg of our second stint. Maybe that could work. They're going super aggressive with Logan. All right, so we have just been lapped as Grosjean goes into the pits. Max Verstappen has just lapped Award. So Award is now 1 lap down. Hulkenberg, Grosjean, and Ocon are all diving into the pits. We have made up about 3 to 4 seconds on Sargent, but Sargent is going to get lapped as well, most likely before he ends up. Oh, he's going to have to pit soon. And so Grosjean comes out with a 2.6 on his final pit stop of the day. So our pit stops were good today. Okay, we did not repeat Shanghai, which is perfect. And so Grosjean's going to go aggressive to the finish here. We're going to throw on the fuel. We're going to throw on his battery as well, just to try to make up a little bit of time on Albon. So as you can see, Albon undercut Grosjean by about 4 seconds or so. All right, so we have officially caught Albon. We're going to save a little. We're going to go ahead and start pushing the fuel with Award. We are a lap down, so we have a little extra fuel to play with. So we're going to be a little bit aggressive on the fuel here, and it looks like Grosjean's not going to get past Albon on this lap. On that turn, I should say. But out of the next DRS straight, we should be able to now grab Albon. And this is the issue, is that Sargent is now has come back by a second and a half or so, just because we couldn't get past Albon quick enough. But here we go. Albon really doesn't have anything for us. He's not going to be able to defend us, and we're going to go right by with DRS and hopefully dump him straight out of DRS very, very quickly as well, so he can't get back at us. All right, so Grosjean is on lap 53. Grosjean is going to have just caught Hulkenberg, so we've made up about 5-ish seconds. And now we have taken Hulkenberg, and Hulkenberg's tires are not doing nearly as well as ours. So he's at 46. Award is at 47. We are 4 seconds behind Award. And so let's see. Now the question is, we need to get Hulkenberg out of our DRS range so that we don't pull him to Award. And so we're going to use a little bit of battery to do that in the next section here, because I do not want Hulkenberg to catch Award. Let's not make this exciting as Hulkenberg goes right by us. All right, and so we have Hulkenberg right in front of us as us and Hulkenberg are starting to track down Award just slightly. We're going to use a little bit of battery to try to catch Hulkenberg, and now we're going to use our DRS to try to get right by Hulkenberg. My fear is that Hulkenberg is going to be able to fight us right back, but his tires are significantly worse than ours, and he's going to have to let off the gas a little bit to complete that turn. And here we go. Let's see if he is going to be able to catch us back, and it looks like I think he's going to be able to. I think he's going to pull to the inside, and Grosjean is able to cover him off, so perfectly done by Romain Grosjean, and now it's time to lose him. Grosjean, now it's time to go. Now it's time to boogie. Now it's time to boogie, and now it's time to go. Man, Hulkenberg is really annoying, as Hulkenberg is going to take Romain Grosjean back. Luckily, we're in front of the Williams pretty significantly, so we're fighting for 13th and 14th, and we have the better tires, and we've saved a little bit. So let's go on the attack and try to get rid of and try to take Hulkenberg here. And just as a reminder, we are lapped, and so we can use a little extra fuel if we need to. All right, and so Grosjean, we finally catch back up to Hulkenberg as Hulkenberg decided that he was going to try to have one more shot at catching O'Ward, and we are going to now ditch Hulkenberg. We're on attack with those tires to finish out the race. We should lose Hulkenberg pretty quickly, and then hopefully we can now finish 13th and 14th. All right, so now we're starting our final lap, and Hulkenberg is 3 seconds behind. We just passed him on this lap, and so Hulkenberg is really hurting with his tires. And we have caught O'Ward as well, and so we are going to let him battle it out to the finish. We're going to throw O'Ward on aggressive to give him the same advantage. Everything else is off, and let's see who wins. All right, so we're just going to let him battle it out to the finish. So Grosjean is just going to be in the slipstream of O'Ward for a little while. Grosjean is going to get DRS off of O'Ward here, and so O'Ward, let's see what he does as we're coming up to the DRS straight here, and here comes Grosjean. Grosjean's going to actually try to take the outside. O'Ward is going to just let him have it, and Grosjean's going to dive down the outside of O'Ward, and O'Ward is going to fall right back in line with Romain Grosjean. We're not going to use any sort of battery. Once again, we're letting him battle it out. I don't want to make it so that give someone an advantage or not. And so we're going to throw O'Ward on attack since Grosjean is on attack. Oh no! Something just happened! Oh no! What just happened? What just happened? Oh! O'Ward! What just happened? Oh! The McLaren! What is wrong with you? Get back going. Get back going.
Now that incident looks to involve Oscar Piastri.
Oscar! What is wrong with you, Oscar? Yeah, you're going to now lose 5th place. Well, you're going to get 5th place either way now. We wanted to see a battle to the finish, and Oscar Piastri comes up and hits our driver to almost give us another puncture at Miami. All right, so there we go, 13th and 14th, starting in the top 10, finishing 13th and 14th in front of basically every other team that we should be finishing in front of is fantastic. Great driving today. We knew that we were going to be getting points, but it's a good thing to see. And then Max Verstappen is now closing in on Carlos Sainz. And Lando Norris is having a good year so far as well. The constructors, Red Bull, right to the back bumper of Ferrari now. So we are going to have hopefully a 3-way battle for the championship to watch as we go throughout the season, and we'll see who comes out on top. All right, we're going to leave it right there this time because I think that if we do Imola, the episode's going to be over an hour. I want my episodes to be over an hour. So we're going to do Imola and Monaco for the next episode, and we should be having some new upgrades coming as well. At least an underfloor for Grosjean for Imola and a chassis for Pato O'Ward for Imola, and then we should have a few other upgrades as well coming down the pipeline, and hopefully we can get faster and faster and faster. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me. I would love for you guys to comment down below. I've been having a lot of fun with responding with you guys. Like the video so it gets out to more people. There's been a great response so far to this series. I've been loving making it with you guys. And so peace out and God bless, and I'll see you next time.